How to feel transmission during meditation? Okay, that's your number one question. Transmission and light from the sun or from whichever source, I think they're comparable in some ways. Can you see the light? You can't see the light, but you can see the impact of light on objects and see, oh, okay, I'm able to see because of the presence of light. Similarly, the various states of consciousness that I'm able to go through and experience is, accelerated by the flow of pranahuti or transmission that we receive. So when you feel really peaceful, it is because of the impact of this pranahuti. Because this pranahuti removes certain unnecessary thing to the extent we allow it. So suppose you have a deep desire to get rid of certain weaknesses that is troubling you, or when you become aware of our negative tendencies and we put it forward or put them forward at bedtime to God before we go to sleep and say, please help me with this. When we open our heart and submit our negative tendencies, along with our prayer, what works magically is this pranahuti, this transmission. It helps us get rid of those tendencies. So, and as they are being removed, you can see the impact of it. But directly feeling transmission, no. You can feel its indirect effect on us when things are removed or when things are added into us. Okay. Now the second question. Chanting. Chanting of Lord Rama or Lord Krishna. Really speaking, there is nothing wrong with it. But whenever we chant or whenever we think of someone, whenever we remember someone, I should be able to feel the presence in front of me or within me. Otherwise, it's a dry chanting. Does my heart move tremendously when I think of my mother? Do I feel her presence or things she has done to me? Her hug, the way she fed me, the way she hugged me, the way she dressed me up. If that remembrance can move your heart, then that remembrance is good. But since we have not seen Lord Rama and Lord Krishna, it will remain only an imagination. Of course, it's a great imagination, but how beneficial it is very doubtful. And I'm not discouraging anyone from reciting. It is better than reciting Ravana's name. It will do some good. At least you may not do anything bad, but nothing good can come out of it. Because as often people shout and scream about the people they hate. I'm gonna, punch his nose and I'm gonna hurt this fellow, and you keep shouting that name. It's also a kind of chanting, no? When you hate someone. So whenever we do chant the beloved, the heart must melt. And let me give you some, I think, very discouraging or encouraging. It depends on you how you take it. Response to some things like Lord Krishna's presence while he was alive as an avatara or as an individual human being. It's up to you how you believe it. But consider for a moment that he was God's representative or God direct. How many could understand him? Even during Lord Jesus Christ's time, or during Muhammad's time, or Prophet Muhammad's time, or during Moses' time, or during Buddha's time, how many individuals could understand them in totality? In fact, some people were trying to kill Prophet Muhammad, and they were successful in ensuring that Lord Jesus be hanged. Of course, it's a different matter that he was resurrected. Similarly, Buddha, how many people could understand him? So, if during their lifetime no one could understand, how are you going to understand them in their so called physical absence? We don't even know how they even looked. And we imagine their presence based on the artists' or cinematic imaginations. When you watch Mahabharata, you come to know about Lord Krishna as per the actor who acted there, Nitish Kumar. And his vision comes to your mind. Whenever you think of Krishna, Nitish Kumar comes. Is that your Lord Krishna or Lord Rama? Or, when in that last temptation of Jesus Christ, that movie. And when you think of Lord Jesus, was he that person? No, he's just an actor. So, even during the lifetime of such great personalities, we as human beings could not understand them. In their so-called absence, how are we going to have? And especially when we don't even know how to imagine them. Everything goes wrong, see. So, we leave it to God and we offer a humble prayer, honest and sincere prayer to God that, my God, I really don't know you. Let's just be honest with this. If you continue with the dishonesty and say, God, you are like this and you are like that, and once my master was telling me that if you are worshipping Durga, there is nothing wrong with that. But be careful what you are asking for. Durga's, says, her vehicle is a tiger. She rides on a tiger, right? She has a bleeding mouth. She can eat you anytime. She has the trishul in her hand. And if she comes in the middle of the night and say, oh, you're my such a beloved bhakta, I am so pleased with the puja you are offering, let me show you myself to you. And she comes on a tiger with the trishul, and what will happen to you? You'll really, really, really go, mad. Please, mother, save me from this woman. Do you have courage to face Durga? So think before you really, really plead with such deities. It is good to be honest about it. Say, my God, I really don't know what is the ultimate thing. Let us be honest about it. Otherwise, what will happen when you say, oh, I know God because he lives in Kailash. He's always having this, I'm having a muffler and he's having a cobra around his neck and having a moon in his jata, sitting on a tiger skin and meditating. Well, when you think of meditation, what do you think? Lord as Shiva meditating on something? What is he meditating on? Ask yourself a question. So there is nothing wrong in reciting all these this chalisa and that chalisa and mantras and recite, but be sure that they are productive and taking you towards this onward spiritual journey. And make sure that you are not doing this out of fear and out of temptation, but simply out of love.